This game, Ed, historically is always very competitive. I know Sean McDonald and Mike McGrath are friends off the court, and I think that translates into good basketball on the court.
Well, and we've seen it, you know, just here this morning. The two of them probably had a 45-minute conversation. They talked to each other. We saw it when we traveled with them to Chicago a couple of years ago. They met for dinner, met after the game as well. They talk about that they go after the same kinds of players. And so it's a healthy competition on and off the court for both teams.
That's Julian Person, the freshman, with the ball. They're going to swing it to another, Jordan Dean. A whistle underneath.
13.
Fouls on Steve Stefano, 6'8", senior forward, his first.
He tried to work through a screen, gave a shove early on, got an early foul.
I think the description was fouls on 4, chucking underneath. That's Michael Stostarsik with a miss, and Jordan Dean gets the rebound for Case. Ed, you're right, the Spartans have played an awful lot of games here at Horsburgh Gymnasium this year. Out of the 13, 10 of the 13 have been here at home. They're probably looking forward to going on the road.
They've gotten very comfortable here at home, but again, mentally it's different to travel, and then when your first major road trip is going to be in UAA play, you've got to be prepared for it. And it's never easy on the road in conference play, and in the areas they're going to play a very good Rochester team, and then have to make the trip to New York City and Brandeis in Boston, which are traditionally powerhouses as well and tough places to play as a visiting team.
So David Thompson's at the line where he will shoot 2 free throws. And checking in already in the game for Chicago after only 33 seconds of play is Derek Davis, a sophomore guard out of Saginaw, Michigan. That's Davis with the shot. He gets his own rebound, and he's instant offense off the bench.
And you'll have to make sure you stay with that Derek Davis. University of Chicago has 3 Davises on the floor, or on the roster, none of them related.
Austin Fowler drawing a foul from Derek Davis. That will be his first 3 team fouls, and we're not even 60 seconds into this basketball game for Chicago.
And that's even more aggressive than what we saw Friday night, where Case got WashU into early foul trouble.
Julian Person with an air ball and a whistle and a foul underneath.
David Thompson's going to get called for a push.
That will be David's first foul.
That was part of shove and part of a little acting.
Stostarsik will set it up to Davis.
Tough assignment for the freshman.
Ball was knocked out of bounds by Case. Matt Johnson and Stostarsik and the Maroons will keep it.
And Julian Person's going to be matched up with Matt Johnson, and Johnson has a legitimate shot to be first team all UAA.
Shoots 42% from the field, has made an awful lot of those. And Chicago with the rebound. Tom Summers is going to pick up the foul. That'll send Sam Gage to the line. He'll shoot 2. There's no 30 on the floor for Case. Fouls on Tom Summers, 32.
The only 30 on the floor
is the guy shooting the foul shots. Coach McDonald tried to pull a fast one, say, okay, it's on 30, you're right. He's at the foul line.
Summers got his hand in there. So 90 seconds in, round 5 total team fouls.
Sam Gage shooting 52% from the foul line this year. And true to his percentage, he makes 1 of 2. Sam actually shoots better from the field than he does the foul line. 55% from the field.
We saw that on Friday as well. Certain players are just more comfortable shooting with players in their face.
Fowler with a strong move inside.
Nice. Rotated left, rotated right.
Nice pass by Johnson inside. It's Gage. Stu Sarsic with the ball. Now a three in the air from Stefano. Long three, and Matt Johnson comes down with a long rebound.
Got away with a push, Ron, on the freshman, Julian Person.
Sam Gage has 4 points as he hits that three. Chicago's up 3. Matt Johnson stepped on the baseline. Case is going to get it back.
Boy, that inlet pass was just off Summers' fingertips. If he could control, he had a nice one quick step and up off the glass for Tom Summers. So 2.5 in, and a little bit sloppy here in the last minute or so.
Matt Johnson's going to draw a foul holding Julian Person on that inbounds.
Person very quick, and Johnson grabbed him to avoid the underneath weak side pass.
David Thompson will give it right back to Jordan Dean, and they'll set it up with Person between the circles. Seems like Stefano's been on Chicago's team for about maybe 8 years. Another one of those big bodies in the University Athletic Association.
Seen significant playing time, too, for 4 straight years.
That's Thompson in front of Stefano, and it was in and out.
Good look. Oh, yep. Steve Stefano's going to get called. Dropped a shoulder into the back of David Thompson.
2 fouls on Steve Stefano. Quickly off the bench for Chicago is Matt McKenzie from Okemos, Michigan. 6'6", 225. He's a junior. He'll take the place of Stefano.
Defensively, Case is getting some good positions, and the University of Chicago's been forced to foul to try to get some position of their own on the offensive end.
Good, hit.
Case with 12 seconds to shoot, and Austin lost his balance, fell to the floor, and Chicago will get the basketball. High screen by Chicago. I believe Sam Gage will get the foul.
That'll be called this time on 30, red.
Yep, it's his first. 6th team foul, so one more. And Case is shooting 1 and 1 for the rest of the half with 16:21 left in the opening half. And of course, once you get to 10, it's a double bonus. So Case could spend half of this first half shooting 2 free throws every time there's a foul called.
Well, and maybe more importantly is some of the starters for Chicago are starting to pick up some fouls. You saw Stefano's on the bench with 2 3 minutes into the ball game.
It's Ken Gibbons now in for Case with the basketball. One of the other freshmen seeing significant playing time. Robert Scott is also in the game.
And Dane McLaughlin also checked in.
Scott working hard, and the ball sticks. Possession arrow goes to Chicago, so the Maroons will get it back. Robert Scott, a 6'4", 190-pound junior guard out of Conestoga, Pennsylvania. It's Davis. Johnson with a ball fake. And they're going to get a hand check on Julian Person.
Wow.
No, David Thompson.
David Thompson, second personal foul, 13 foul.
That's 2 fouls on Thompson. Thompson was away from the ball.
Yeah, they're going to call it down low on the block. The action was out top near the foul line.
Well, David's quickly on the bench, and checking in for Case is Dane McLaughlin, the super sub who averages 12 points per game off the bench as a freshman. Player control foul on Matt Johnson. That's his second.
Exactly. So now the two top players each have 2 fouls, and we're 4.5 minutes into the ball game.
Johnson will check out, and Alex Piper, a 6'5" freshman forward from Scottsdale, Arizona, checks in for Chicago. Piper averaging 7 points per game. This is Gibbons.
Nice strong move by the freshman. Saw an opening, took advantage of it.
Here comes Sustarsik the other way, working against Gibbons. Nice soft left-handed floater by Sustarsik. Maroons up 5. About 5 minutes gone in this opening half. Robert Scott to Gibbons. Now it's McLaughlin, Person, Gibbons, 3 freshmen on the floor for Case right now. Sustarsik the other way for Chicago. This is Derek Davis with Scott on him. Off a screen, 3 in the air. Fouls on Julian Person. Fighting through that screen, he'll draw the foul. That's his first, team 4th for Case.
At this pace, Ron, this game might be 3 hours long.
3 in the air by number 33, Tom Williams. 8-point lead for Chicago. Austin Fowler off a high screen. Kenny Gibbons controls. Case staying patient. 10 seconds to shoot. Dane McLaughlin off a screen and a nice turnaround.
Well, and that's the Case offense this year, Ron. They like to get into that half-court set. They'll move the ball around, see some movement on the backside, and find an open shooter.
Matt McKenzie sets a nice screen for his teammate. Shots missed. Tom Summers fights for it, and ball's knocked out of bounds off Tom, so Chicago will keep it. They'll have a fresh 35. Here's one of the great names I've been waiting to call when I saw the rosters for today's game. Checking in for Chicago, number 5, Royce Muskie Valley. Muskie Valley, number 5. He'll do the inbounds. He gets it in, and up and good is Alex Piper.
Alex Piper, 2 points for Chicago.
Muskie Valley is a freshman. Local kid, local product for University of Chicago.
Charlie Hughes, second personal, team 8.
Fouls on Charlie Hughes, his second.
Austin Fowler, 1 and 1.
Austin Fowler will shoot 1 and 1. 8 team fouls right now for Chicago. Derek Davis back in for the Maroons. Jordan Dean checks back in for Case. Austin Fowler misses the front end, so here comes Chicago.
Fowler's a 75% free throw shooter.
Once again off the high screen, and Alex Piper's going to live there this afternoon. He's got 4.
And that's classic Chicago. That's what they do. Screen, picks, rolls. And they'll prefer to shoot from about 12 to 15, 18 feet.
Maroons up 10. Case looking for a way to score. Summers inside strong.
And I think Case needs to be more aggressive. They need to go down low to Tom Summers, or Austin Fowler needs to dribble and drive, especially with the 8 team fouls right now that Chicago has.
Derek Davis with the hop, step, and the jump. Tom Summers with the rebound. He got fouled from behind. Or just knocked out of bounds.
Well, Summers did a nice job. He came off his man, stepped in the lane, planted himself directly.
It's not a foul.
And forced Davis to go wide with his shot, and the shot ended up short. So it may not show up in the scorebook, but Tom Summers with a nice defensive effort there.
They're going to call Dane McLaughlin with a elbow on the screen, so that will be the freshman's first foul. 5 team fouls for Case. Chicago already over the limit. They've got 8. Muskie Valley, fade away, 15-footer on the baseline. It's good. Ten-point Chicago lead. 8 minutes gone in this opening half. Case wants a tip. They will not get it. Chicago will get the basketball on the over and back by the Spartans.
Well, the turnovers were killer against WashU Friday night for the Spartans. They had 21 turnovers in the game. WashU turned it into 35 points. On the season, Case is averaging 17.5 turnovers per game. The opponent only turns the ball over 12.
Davis out to Muskie Valley. Derek Davis will bring it back out and reset for Chicago. Pick and roll. Muskie Valley back to a wide open teammate. Matt McKenzie rolled off of that screen perfectly. And no one was backside for Case. Muskie Valley to McKenzie. Derek Davis will be called for the push. That will be foul number 2 on Derek Davis. Spartans down 12. 9 minutes gone, opening half.
9 team fouls now for Chicago. So Fowler will shoot a 1-and-1. I believe they're not going to get him in the act of shooting, Ron.
David Thompson back in. He's in with 2 fouls. Dane McLaughlin will take a seat. Thompson with 1 point. And McLaughlin will go to the bench with 2. Free throws up and good for Austin Fowler. Fowler, a 75% free throw shooter, 1 of 2 so far this afternoon. Austin makes them both. Case will take a timeout. They're down 10 with 11 minutes left to play opening half. We'll take our first break of the half as well. We'll be back after this.
Welcome to Qdoba's Guide to Dining Companions. Today, the talker.
So John broke up with Sally, and Sally told me that Jenny is thinking about breaking up with Brad. I saw this dress.
The only way to keep the talker from talking is to get those flapping gums addicted to something else, like our warm and creamy 3-cheese queso.
So, how's your food? Hello?
Can't talk. Eating.
Come to Qdoba today and try our 3-cheese queso and say hello to your next food addiction. Qdoba Mexican Grill, more to explore.
Spartans will come off their bench. There you get a look at the 5 on the floor right now. Thompson, Fowler, Summers, Jordan Dean, and Robert Scott. The fellows with some work to do, down 10, 9 minutes gone in this opening half. Both teams 8-5 on the season. Chicago's 1-1 in conference play. Case looking for their first victory. Matt McKenzie inside.
Wow, from the baseline, 8 feet, nice soft touch.
Soft touch from the 6'6" junior forward. Fowler. That's Tom Summers. He'll swing it to Jordan Dean. David Thompson drove to the lane, got knocked over, and we're going the other way with it. That's Piper. Davis saves it out to Muskie Valley. The ball fake and drive, and David blocked the shot. David Thompson with a block. Muskie Valley reaches in and grabs a hold of him, and he'll pick up a foul. Muskie Valley leads this Chicago team with 11 steals this year and tried to get one in the backcourt, but picked up the foul. That is 10 team fouls for Chicago, the double bonus. So David Thompson's going to shoot 2. David Thompson, 3 of 4 from the line this afternoon. He's keeping it at 10. They'd love a couple of defensive stops in a row, though, to try to get this lead cut to 6. Fouls on Robert Scott. First foul on Robert Scott, 6th team foul for Case. Muskie Valley will inbound it for the Maroons.
Coach McDonald not happy with the call.
Piper off a screen, missed it. Jordan Dean comes down with it for Case. Here come the Spartans. Thompson with position. Working that soft hook, and they're going to call David for traveling.
Well, Case working it down low, just as they should.
Stephen Palmtag now in the game for Chicago, working defense on David Thompson that time. From Nebraska City, Nebraska, Bellevue West High School. Palmtag, a senior at 6'5". That's Muskie Valley. Good steal by Austin Fowler. Muskie Valley with his 2nd foul. Jordan Dean will shoot 2. 74% free throw shooter is Jordan Dean, a freshman from Creekside High School in St. John's, Florida.
Jordan Dean will step to the line for 2.
Well, and that's how Case is going to get back into the ball game. They're going to score with the clock stopped and take advantage of the mounting fouls against the University of Chicago.
Dean will make them both. Dane McLaughlin back in. David Thompson will take a seat. Case is within 8, Ed. Another stop, and they're down to 6. Sustarsik with the basketball for Chicago. That's Derek Davis.
Rob Scott may end up running a marathon this afternoon, chasing the Chicago players around the court.
Good rebound by Dane McLaughlin. Here comes Jordan Dean the other way. Spots up Austin Fowler. And Austin Fowler leads Case with 7 points. Spartans are within 5. They've cut the lead in half. Better than half. It was at 12 moments ago.
Another moving screen. This one I think is going to go against Gage as well. No foul.
Charlie Hughes from Perrysburg has checked back in the game, an original starter, 6'5" sophomore forward. And off the foot of a Maroon. Case will keep it. Fowler fade away.
Good Tom.
Tom Summers will draw a backcourt foul. Maybe not. Is it on Summers or
Summers is going to get called for the foul.
It is on Summers. That's his second. 7th team foul, so Chicago will walk the length of the floor. They'll shoot free throws. Tom Summers will take a seat with 2 fouls. Tom has 1 basket. David Thompson checks back in. Thompson also has 2 fouls. He has 3 points.
You can see Tom Summers not happy with the call. He slowly walked to the corner, grabbed a drink, and still standing on the edge. Has yet to take a seat.
That is Alex Piper from Scottsdale, Arizona, makes the front end of the 1-and-1. Piper off the bench for Chicago this year, averaging 7 points. He's got 5 so far. Make it 6.
Good look. Gotta look. Good, swing it. Good, keep playing, good.
Case trying to stay patient. They'll work the perimeter. Robert Scott with an open look and misses it long. Here comes Sustarsik the other way for Chicago. Gage inside working against Thompson. Turnaround, it's good.
Helen Thompson trying to be careful, not looking. Pick up another foul here in the first half. Already has 2.
Dane McLaughlin missed it long. Sustarsik with the rebound for Chicago. Here come the Maroons on the run. Reverse layup. Missed, but the rebound follow. Tom Williams got it, and he
got an elbow to Rob Scott's mouth.
And he's going to draw a foul. So they're going to say it was an intentional foul.
Flagrant foul. Now elbow to the face. Flagrant foul is shooting foul in possession, Ron.
Right. So Robert Scott's at the line. He'll shoot it. Scott is a 74% free throw shooter. And he missed them both.
Both.
That hurts.
That's an extra possession you gave away.
Julian Person will check in for Robert Scott. So Person's on the floor along with Jordan Dean and Dane McLaughlin.
I wonder if
fellow freshman.
The elbow to the face maybe affected him a little bit.
Could have. Dane McLaughlin got a screen and a look. Thompson with a nice rebound.
McLaughlin followed. Case missed 3 shots.
Here comes Sustarsik the other way for Chicago. That's Piper with a 3.
Long.
Fowler down with a rebound for Case. Just under 7 minutes left to play opening half. It has been a very deliberate half with lots of fouls.
Good, keep playing, good.
Person with a crossover off the glass, and it's good.
Nice move by the freshman. Aggressive move. Again, down the lane, challenging Chicago. Three
is missed by Tom Williams, and David Thompson sets Case up the other way. This is Jordan Dean. Now it's Person. Austin Fowler dribbled it off his ankle, and this is going to be an over and back. Well, they said it went off Chicago. Mike McGrath can't believe it.
Yeah, that ball went off Austin Fowler's foot.
It clearly did. Jordan Dean now with the basketball for Case, but they've got 6 seconds to shoot. Fowler with it. Going to have to force one. 2 seconds to shoot. Fadeaway is up. Missed it. And here comes Chicago. Charlie Hughes off a high screen, then a side screen. Laid it up and in.
He got 2 as he was moving to his right. And cleared the way.
Well, you've got to know how to use them, too. Your teammates could set screens for you all day long, and if you don't use them effectively, it's not going to help. Austin Fowler with the 3. Coach McDonald wants a Case timeout. He'll get it. Fowler's got 10. Case is down only 6, Ed, with 5 minutes left in the opening half. We'll be back.
Attending a Spartan Athletic event and looking for a convenient and upscale hotel to accommodate your stay? The Doubletree by Hilton Cleveland Downtown Lakeside is an official sponsor of Spartan Athletics. Located at 1111 Lakeside Avenue, the hotel is just 10 minutes away from campus and offers amenities like a state-of-the-art fitness center, Stadium 3 bar and grill, free wireless internet, complimentary shuttle service to and from campus, and a warm Doubletree cookie upon checking in. Contact the Doubletree today at 216-241-5100 to receive a discounted rate of just $89 for the 2011-2012 season. The Doubletree by Hilton Cleveland Downtown Lakeside, a proud sponsor of Spartan Athletics since 2008.
I have this cool cash. What can I do with it? You can turn it into a hot meal at Rascal House. It's the best value in town. What do they have there? Buckets of wings, pasta, sandwiches, salads, and of course, great pizza. Are they open late? You bet. Open every night till 2:30 a.m. And you can even build your own pizza and order it online at rascalhousepizza.com. Cool. See you at the Spartans game? Yep, and see you after at Rascal House.
Ed, credit Case for doing a great job of staying focused in this game early on. Early in the first half, they were down 12.
And they brought it back and had been as close as 5 following that big deficit. And again, they've slowed down this Chicago offense. For Chicago, that's their 7th turnover of the ball game on the carry.
Well, Muskie Valley knew it. He didn't even turn around and look.
Austin, go to Tom's side. Go to Tom's side.
Chicago's committed 7 turnovers. Case has committed 6 in the ball game.
Take a look. Come on, Tom. Good. Keep playing. Good.
Case has only turned those 7 turnovers right now into just 2 points.
And they're going to get one back. Well, that was a sloppy 4 seconds right there. Nobody could find the handle on the basketball. Ken Gibbons will get it out for Case.
Here we go. Relax. Play.
Gibbons with a step on Muskie Valley. Draws the defense. Now it's Fowler's turn. And
blocked.
Austin's shot was blocked. Beautiful floater by Charlie Hughes from the right side. The left-handed floater off the glass. He's got 4.
He was very effective, and it looks like he's found a sweet spot on that right side.
Ken Gibbons misses it long, and Derek Davis down with the rebound for Chicago. Here's Hughes in front of us.
Well, that rebounding edge is getting wider and wider, and that may be a concern for the Case coaching staff.
This is Muskie Valley and Hughes working out top.
Boy, he just loves that little roll outside the key. There he showed he could do it from the left side as much as the right.
Leads back to 10 just like that. Case had cut it to 5.
But the rebounding edge, 20-11. Chicago out-rebounding Case.
Fouls on Chicago, Sam Gage. That will be his 2nd. Tom Summers will shoot 2 free throws.
Now Hughes has 2. Johnson has 2, Gage has 2, and Stefano has 2. We haven't seen
Derek Davis has 2 as well.
And we haven't seen Stefano since the 16:30 mark.
Tom Summers struggles at the foul line. He's a 57% free throw shooter.
Replacing Sam Page and Robert Scott replaces Julian Person.
And Hughes comes down with a rebound.
And Summers talking to himself on missing both free throws.
That's a 3 from the top of the key. And Tom Williams hits his 2nd of the afternoon.
Well, in what was a 5-point game, then 6 at the timeout, is now back to the biggest lead of the afternoon for Chicago.
It's a 7-0 run for Chicago. Fowler trying to get it back. That went in and came all the way back out. That ball was 3/4 of the way down.
Boy, and Chicago just can't miss, Ron.
Matt McKenzie with a nice soft 12-footer.
Chicago now 15 of 29 from the floor. Case is 6 of 23.
Tom Summers on a nice feed from Ken Gibbons. He got the bucket and the foul. Nice look by Ken Gibbons. Strong finish by Tom Summers. Tom's got 4.
Basket by Tom Summers is good. He was fouled by Matt McKenzie.
That was on Matt McKenzie. That's his first.
Step to the line, choose 1. For the Maroons, a substitution. Alex Piper has checked back.
Tom's got 5 points. David Thompson will check in for Case. Tom Summers will take a seat. Ken Gibbons, Robert Scott, Dane McLaughlin, David Thompson, and Austin Fowler on the floor for Case right now. This is Muskie Valley with the basketball. Off a screen. That high screen's creating all sorts of offense. Alex Piper. He's had a great first half. He's got 8 points. That's 1 point over his per game average. Leads at 14, which is the largest it's been. Robert Scott with a ball fake. Austin Fowler with position on Hughes, and he's going to draw the foul.
3 on Hughes.
Charlie Hughes has 3 fouls and 6 points. Off the bench is Derek Davis. He'll no doubt replace Hughes. Austin Fowler with 11 to lead the scoring for Case. Austin actually leads the scoring for everyone on the floor right now. They'll look for 12. Leads back to 12 inside 2 minutes. A couple of stops, get that lead down inside 10 at 8 maybe by halftime, and got to feel good about where you're at.
Well, at Chicago's pace, though.
Fouls on Julian Person. It will send Alex Piper to the foul line. That is Person's second. 8 team fouls for Case. Piper will shoot the 1-and-1. 69% free throw shooter on the season is Alex Piper. Alex Piper's perfect so far this afternoon, though. 3 of 3 from the foul line. He's got 9 points.
Well, in the free throw shooting now for Chicago, they're 5 of 6 from the line. Case is just 10 of 16. Chicago's made more free throws, although Case has taken twice as many.
It's a strong statement. McLaughlin for 3. Long rebound in Case. Did they get to it? They did not. Chicago will get it back. Well, Dane had a nice look at.
Oh, and somebody got pushed. I don't know if it was Thompson as he was going for the ball. The reaction from the middle scrum on that ball, the loose ball, all of a sudden everybody was on the floor.
Muskie Valley drawing the defense, setting up that three. It was going to be a three, and then Tom Williams thought he would throw a pass inside to Matt McKenzie, but Matt wasn't looking for it.
And McKenzie cut low, but wasn't looking for the pass. And turns into another turnover.
Inside a minute to play, Case is down 14. It's 40-26. About 20 seconds difference in the shot clock and the game clock. Fowler with the basketball. Shot clock's at 12. Austin picks it up. Inside pass to Dane McLaughlin. And we drew a foul. Foul's on Tom Williams. That's his second. So Dane will go to the foul line. He'll shoot 2.
Chicago has 16 team fouls in the first half.
And Dane, who is just a lights-out shooter, 60% from the field, 60% from the field, 82% from the foul line.
And it's not a 60% run from the field.
Inside.
Inside, exactly.
No, they're three-pointers.
He's not playing 4 feet from the basket.
Great point. McLaughlin has 4. Case is within 12 with about 35 seconds left in this opening half.
Remember a couple of wide bodies from NYU and Brandeis used to be in that 62 to 64 range.
Boy, and Matt Johnson, the senior, just walks away from Julian Person, the freshman, and says, "I just got you, kid." Because that's going to put Matt Johnson at the line, who's a 89% free throw shooter.
Leads the team.
And he's going to get, well, the 1-and-1, but if you're Johnson, he's definitely looking at 2.
Looking at 2, right. And for Person, he's looking over at the officials, trying to ask what he did.
It's interesting because that right there, Ed, Matt Johnson's first points of the first half.
Well, Johnson sat for the better part of 10 minutes as he got into early foul trouble.
Makes them both.
And I guess I'm surprised. Yeah, it's what I would think that Johnson would come out of the ball game. You don't want to have your best player pick up a cheap foul in the final 20 seconds or so and go into the locker room with 3 on him.
15 seconds to shoot. Jordan Dean with the basketball. It's Gibbons. McLaughlin. Robert Scott back to Gibbons. 4 seconds to shoot. Dane launches a 3, misses it short. Davis with the rebound. And that went in, but it was wiped off. No 3.